So here we have our potatoes, and we're getting ready to plant. And choosing the right potatoes is very important. The growing point on the potato, we call it a chat. Obviously, when you plant your potato, you want it to be with the chat or the growing point pointing upright. Sometimes you can find one or two chats. So there's this one here and there's this one here. So some people will cut the potato and then you get two that you can plant. But these potatoes, you can see that they are not in the best condition. They're a bit soft, and so I won't be cutting these. I'm going to keep them whole, and this way it will stop them getting too much disease in them. If they were a bit hard, looking more healthy, then maybe I would consider cutting them and getting two potato plants from one potato. But I'm just going to plant them like this. It is May the 15th, so it's in the middle of May. So I'm a little bit late. I would have liked to have planted these at the beginning of May, but yeah, we'll update you on how these potatoes grow, and I'll show you once I put them in the ground. Potatoes into the ground. The soil is very sandy. It's very sand, as you can see. So I'm going to add a little bit of compost, and when I build up the earth on top of the plants, once they've started growing, I'll add more compost. But now I'm just going to add a handful of compost into each potato, and I'll show you that. So just a little bit about why are we planting potatoes at this time of year. So of course the month we are in now is we're at the end of May. Of course I was planting in the beginning of May. In fact, I planted my potatoes at the 15th of May. Now for potatoes to get the best results, you don't want the temperatures to go above 35 degrees. So that means here in Botswana, for us to get the best results, that would mean planting, basically planting from April, May, June, July, August. Obviously, you can't really plant in August because September, October, the temperatures are too hot and you need 3 months to grow your potatoes, which means that the latest we can plant potatoes here in Botswana is probably around July. July. I mean, you can plant potatoes all year round, but you won't get good results. So if we want good results, we must plant our potatoes from basically March, April, May, June, July being really the last month we can plant potatoes and expect good results. But of course, I'm up north, I'm in a Maun, and so we got a bit different temperatures. So maybe if you in the southern part of Botswana, check on Google and see what are your temperatures. Are your temperatures going above 35? If your temperatures are going above 35, then maybe you don't want to be planting potatoes. Just remember that maybe you plant your potatoes in August because you say, well, the temperatures in August are like 29. But remember, you need 3 months. So September is going to be too hot. October is also going to be too hot. So you have to take a look at those temperatures to get good results. Okay, so let's move on to garlic. We planting garlic now because again, it's cool. Garlic needs 2 months of cool growing season. If a garlic doesn't have cool growing season, then the roots can't develop and you're not going to get good garlic.
What are you doing?
We are planting garlic.
There's a nice
curve you can see.
Why are you planting it?
Because garlic in Botswana is non-existent anymore.
You made this bed?
We made this wooden box because one, garlic is an expensive crop. I paid 150 per kg.
Wow.
So yeah, and garlic needs well drained soil. So having it in a box means it drains nicely, and we've made sure it's all compost. And yeah, just going to divide these up. I think so far we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll get more than 10 from one clove. Well, it's not a clove, I don't know what that is called. But one set,
A garlic.
one garlic, which is really
Okay.
good. Yeah, we'll give you an update when they're growing. So a little bit about why are we growing garlic. Now, realistically in Botswana, garlic is the perfect crop. I think everyone should be growing garlic. It's very profitable. You're going to earn good returns to your investment. And there's just not many people growing it. At the moment, if you go into the shops, there's no garlic. And looking ahead to the future, garlic takes 9 months to come to harvest. So if you are a farmer, you got some space, garlic will be a great investment. What is important for garlic? They want a good quality soil, but also you want to remember that the soil needs to be well draining. You don't want a soil that holds water and becomes, so you don't want too much clay. You want your water to be well draining. Um, Also, very important that the first 2 months of growing your garlic should be cool. So it's a perfect crop to plant now in winter. But you can, so that your first 2 months must be cool weather, but then garlic can actually withstand very high temperatures. So the most important thing is that they are planted when it is cool, so that the roots can develop. All right. Um, I'll give you an update on how my garlic go and also on how my potatoes go in the next episode of this series. I'm going to do regular videos so you can see